Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, we have found a Class B RV with a Murphy bed. We're hanging out here at the OGV Luxury Coach booth here in Elkhart, Indiana with Jason Sullivan. How you doing today, sir?
Great, Andrew. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming to the open house.
Well, I've been watching OGV closely and what you've been doing in the Class B and the conversion van industry, and you guys have been really pushing the bar with the different floor plans, the different variations, and we've talked a little bit about how OGV has been in business. You've been in the RV industry for several decades, but you got a new Murphy bed floor plan here?
We do, and being in the industry for a while, what we learned is you better listen to the customers. A lot of adventure van enthusiasts want to take high-end mountain bikes or just sports gear or their pets, so we've come up with a Murphy bed design. It's a lot easier to operate than a drop-down loft bed, and it's simple and it works.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Murphy bed floor plans. I had a Murphy bed leisure travel van. I think that was probably my favorite RV I've ever owned, the functionality of it. And I know you guys at OGV have a lot of tricks up your sleeve. So when did this first come about and what's the story with this van?
So we brought the Murphy bed idea to fruition after traveling around, listening to a lot of rally enthusiasts, and came up with something that was simple, that would work, that wasn't mechanical, so it won't break. It's just a simple lift up, lift down Murphy bed. And then instead of just putting it on the 144, we put it on a 170 extended also, and on our new chassis, the Ford all-wheel drive.
So this floor plan is available in several different chassis, but what's the story with this particular unit we're looking at?
This particular unit is on the 144 Mercedes all-wheel drive chassis, and you know, there's a lot of enthusiasts that love the Mercedes chassis. It's a good price point for us. The trim level is right, the componentry is right, and with either the Murphy bed, a twin bed, and a lounge, it can hit most people's lifestyles.
Yes, sir, and this van is looking pretty tricked out with that awning. I know that's an expensive option, but do you know what the MSRP on this Murphy bed Sprinter is as it sits?
MSRP as this sits is at $220,000.
Yes, sir, and then the Murphy bed on the Ford chassis, what's the price of that coach?
A little less money, that's starting at $215,000.
Yes, sir, and I think when people see the functionality of this floor plan, they're gonna be really excited, but what else is going on with OGV and this unit?
Well, besides the 144 having the Murphy bed features, we've kept the Garmin touchpad controls, but we've listened to customers and went back to just push button switches for lighting, water pump, and simple functions so that you don't have to go to the touchpad. They're conveniently located at seating locations and back by the bed.
I can appreciate that. I prefer not having to go through a few screens and a touch panel. So you want to show us around a little bit here?
Yeah, on the outside of the van, what we've done is we've put a nice Rome-built roof rack. We're using a Carefree legless awning with a seismic sensor. Around the back, got a spare tire carrier, the extra wheel.
Yeah, big beefy blackout package. And this is a more knobbier tire. Is that going to be standard on the all-wheel drive models?
It is not. You can option either a BF Goodrich all-terrain on a 17-inch wheel, or you can take more high-end street look and get an 18-inch wheel with a Michelin tire.
Yes, sir, and then coming around to this side, I see that ladder rack here.
We've kept a durable look, durable products. It actually works. We put aluminum powder-coated steps, an aluminum powder-coated ladder and roof rack.
Yeah, so very customizable. Now this is an option as well. Folks can get this van without the roof rack and blackout package, I'm assuming?
You can. You can get it without the racks, and you can have a more street look if you upgrade with an 18-inch tire and wheel package. The 17-inch off-road with all-terrain tire is aggressive, and it's great for people who really want to get out and get off the street.
Now, what about colors? This is a really unique color, almost like a cream color in a high gloss, but we saw bright orange OGV. We've seen a lot of different variations. Can people custom order this floor plan in different colors?
You can. We do full body custom paint. We've done several exotic colors like orange, burgundy, blues. The factory colors, we've got them all. This is a pebble gray. We've got a stone gray in stock. We keep black, white. If you want something more customized, and we can do a full body paint.
And here's another 144 with more of that street look. I like the look of these tires. We did another video on some of the V Cruise models and some of the other models around here, but you think you could show us more around that Murphy bed?
Yeah, let's go take a look.
All right, guys, we got to close the door off here because this is the star of the show. Everybody's wanting to come into this van. So what's the story with this van, sir?
This is the 144 all-wheel drive V-Tour Murphy bed floor plan. It's really easy to operate. We kept it manual, so it's simple. It's a fold-up Murphy bed. When stowed away, we buckle it in place safely. What's cool about this is versus the drop-down beds that are in some other models, we were able to keep a Murphy bed design. It allows us to keep overhead storage cabinets in the model. Still getting a nice ample amount of cargo. It's so fun, and it's luxurious.
Well, nice height. You can walk through it here, and I'm 6'2". I'm standing up all the way. I might need to duck a little bit below this AC unit, but when those have the drop-down bunk, I mean, I'm crouching down, but I like the ability to be able to walk through this entire coach, and then having this large storage area, but we still have some bench seating back here, so if the Murphy bed is in the up position,
it's great. You can hang out. You can put your lagoon table up, have a nice little dinette area, and then this is a utilitarian build. We've added a lot of luxury to it with the finishes. Wet bath, got a nice full height mirror. We've put plastic teak, bath mat, seating area, and now we're using the area above the seating area as cargo and luggage space.
Nice. You've got a full bathroom with a shower, but I like that ability to use that as storage if you're not using the toilet. And a good sized wet bath. And of course, having that full length mirror will come in handy. You've also got a full galley here, it looks like.
A great full galley, 3.75 cubic foot refrigerator freezer, where you're trying to utilize all of the areas to store things. And then we've got our access for our water pump right there underneath the sink.
I like just showing off these hardwired switches there for the lights, and we've got some outlets here, and just all the little refinement as well, like the stitching when we look closely here around that microwave.
What we've done on this product is we've watched a lot of boutique builders in the adventure space, and the prices that they charge is very high. We've added bespoke interior amenities like the double diamond quilt, double needle stitching, accenting pieces.
Yeah, even the door panels in the cockpit have that double diamond stitching. We've got that double diamond stitching on the captain's chairs. A very luxurious feel in this van.
There's nothing the matter with luxurious adventure.
Yes, sir. Now, is the Ford as luxurious as this?
It is. Let's go take a peek.
So here's the all-new Ford OGV. We're seeing this for the first time ever, and this definitely looks like that same level of luxury like we saw in the Mercedes van as well.
It is, and this is on a Ford all-wheel drive chassis, and what you're checking out here is we have created a 4 captain's chair version. We're also doing the 2 captain's chair. This price point comes in at about $215 MSRP.
Yeah, this is a nice setup here with the 4 captain's chairs kind of spun around. Nice little seating area here, it looks like.
In the Ford product, this is the first to market. It's very popular in the Mercedes chassis, so we came out with the 4 captain's chair models. We also build the very popular 2 captain's chair models when it's just a couple driving.
And definitely that same level of refinement like we saw in the Mercedes chassis, even though it's a little less expensive, still that same OGV quality.
It is, Andrew. We like to keep the touch points nice and soft, double needle stitching, double diamond quilting, the same high-end bathroom with full height mirror, bath mat, seating area.
Nice.
And then going through, we've kept the Garmin automation, but we listened to the market and kept simple touch point controls for all the necessities like water pumps, shower lights, cabin lights. The model that we're in right now is our new debut of the Murphy bed floor plan. It's an easy fold up manual.
Nice.
By doing a Murphy bed instead of a drop down loft bed, we're able to keep overhead storage cabinet space. You've got a little bit more height in the Ford. You're a tall guy. This is about 6'4" to the bottom of our custom AC decorative
So
shroud.
slightly more headroom than in the Sprinter van. Now, are there other floor plans available in the Ford chassis or just the Murphy bed?
There are 3 styles of rear configuration. We've got the Murphy, the twin bed, or the lounge. And then for up front, we've got either the 4-seat or the 2-seat configuration. And if you get a 2-seater, you're going to get a much larger kitchenette with a 7.5 cubic foot refrigerator freezer.
Awesome. Well, you know, great floor plan here. I'm loving this Murphy bed floor plan. And you said price point on this is about $215 MSRP?
Yeah, $215 MSRP on an all-wheel drive loaded Ford chassis.
Okay, and then of course the dealers will discount those down as well,
Yep.
typically depending on supply and demand, but a lot of coach for the money.
It is a lot of coach for the money. And if this isn't the trim level that you want, then we can get you up into the higher trimmed Mercedes VRV products. Basically, we listened to the market and came out with a V-Tour product that's at a price point that's competitive with a lot of product that's not built with as much quality.
Awesome. Well, if someone wants to get one of the first Class B RVs with a Murphy bed, either in a Ford chassis or a Sprinter chassis, what's the availability, and will these vans be going to your dealer network, and how can folks get their hands on one of these?
We're shipping vans immediately. There's some in stock around the country, and the easiest way is to check out our website at ogvluxurycoach.com. We've got a great dealer locator. We've even got a vehicle build configurator that you can use to spec out your own van and spit out an MSRP. We'll get a hold of you promptly and get you with the dealer to get you in a vehicle.
And can folks do all the same customization we've talked about in other videos, like, you know, getting their initials stitched onto the headrest? If they want to do a crazy color combination, that all can be custom ordered?
All of the above. Yep. We're very vertically integrated, so doing embroidered customization or even custom colored interiors, we're doing that. On the exterior, if people want a full body paint, we're doing that too.
Awesome. Well, Jason, I know you're extremely busy this week. I'll leave all of that information in the description below. Appreciate you and the team at OGV. Also appreciate all of you out there subscribing and liking. We hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
Thanks.